Welcome back to Spotlight. I'm here with Troy Christopher. He is a member of the board of the BVI Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association and the person responsible for the business in the chamber, along with Ariana Forbes. And she's the owner of Limitless Fitness, and she is very fit, you could tell.
Try to be.
Yeah. So we're going to have a good discussion about the upcoming BVI trade show. And we know, Troy, for example, that the trade show, just a slight background, the history of the trade show, to make sure that Virgin Islanders know what businesses exist in the territory and to support those businesses.
Yes, most definitely. I want to say good evening to all the viewers. History of the trade show. It was started in 1987 by Honorable Dolores Christopher and Mrs. Nadine Battle. Dolores Christopher at the time was in trade, Mrs. Battle was at the chamber. So this has been a long relationship. I think the very first one was held at in Prospect Reef at the Reef House.
Yes.
They moved from there the following year to the La Piazza Plaza. It's been held in a number of different places, but the concept has always been the same, making sure that Virgin Islands businesses get exposure, make sure that we know exactly what the services that are available, the goods and services that are available has been produced and provided within the Virgin Islands, and to make sure that we, continue to shop, spend our money within the Virgin Islands. We know how key it is for within any country, the small businesses or businesses on the whole. That's the engine of the economy. And to keep that economy strong, we have to continue to provide good service, but we also have to continue and give exposure and, show the territory what we have to offer. And so it is within that spirit that the BVI trade show continues to grow. We are calling it the CCT BVI trade show for the last year. CCT has come on as a major sponsor. They have embraced the idea of buying BVI and making sure that BVI businesses are supported, and we're very glad to have them as well as a number of other sponsors. The Premier's office, we have First Bank this year in a number of other portions. But the concept of the trade show again is to make sure that we continue to develop and keep the Virgin Islands economy strong.
Okay. And of course, we have Ariana. This is your second year.
It's my second year.
Yes. So your business is 2 years old.
Yeah.
This
2
month.
years old. Yep. Actually, yeah, it is.
Yeah, right. Happy birthday to your business.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. How has that been for you?
It's wonderful. I mean, it's getting bigger and better. I'm actually debuting my website this week. We'll have an app coming soon, so that'll be fun. So look for that this year. This year we're getting a bigger booth. I'll be located upstairs, and I've actually flown in some guests to help me out with the show this year. So we'll have a massage table. I'll actually have my pole set up, so people who are interested to find out exactly what pole fitness is. I'll be doing demonstrations. We'll have a lot for the kids this year. Last year, the kids were really involved with the pull-ups. This year, we'll have double Dutch for the kids and just getting the kids really involved. So another thing that I'm also debuting is a kids program that I'm starting this year as well. So a lot to look forward to.
How many programs do you have in the business? What types of programs?
I have a kids program that I'm debuting, like I said, this year for young ladies. I have the personal training aspect of the business. I also do group fitness classes. I'm actually starting a boot camp starting in May, which I'll have a special promotion that I'm debuting at the trade show. I also do if people want to rent the pole for birthday parties, etc. I have that aspect as well. I do motivational speaking. It keeps growing.
You doing any nutrition? Anything?
I do have someone that I work with as far as meal planning and nutrition. So yes, we offer that as well.
Okay. How is the show coming along so far in terms of participation?
I think it's great. This year it's sold out.
So we can't get no more booths?
No more space. I know Avril is, people are still calling and she's trying to find space, but we are officially sold out. This year we've been able to use the 2 floors of the multi-sport complex. One of the things that we've always wanted to do was give some of the businesses like Ariana more space so they can have more elaborate displays. You get the touch, the feely, that kind of stuff. We've got Rotang Wholesale, who is moved upstairs as well, and they're going to have a really spectacular setup. So I like the way that the trade show is growing. It's not just the tables and just chairs anymore. The businesses are becoming really creative. They're making sure that when you come, you're well entertained. A lot of the focus we have this year is to stimulate all your senses, Cromwell. That's the goal. Stimulate all your senses. It's going to be touch, taste, visual, impact, a lot of live, more interactive, live demos, a lot of giveaways, all that kind of stuff. And it's over, I think, 58 businesses that we have there now. And so that's quite a bit.
Quite a bit over last year.
Yeah, and we continue to grow. It's exciting. Last year we did a lot of coverage and promotion. People liked it. And this year we're going to do the same thing again. It's going to be even bigger. And so we're just encouraging everyone to come down. There's going to be food available to purchase, not just sampling. If you want to spend quite a bit of time, there's going to be a lot of music and entertainment. We've got 2 big fashion shows lined up, including our Runway Couture on the Saturday and on the Sunday. Both days are going to have fashion events. DJ Bertram is going to be doing, he's going to be DJing, and is going to very, very entertaining,
any bands,
stimulated event.
Any bands?
No, there's no bands, but we have the fashion shows and we have the DJ,
okay.
And so it's going to be, really great.
Okay. And what about presentations? I know the last time you had quite a bit of educational presentations. On-screen stuff, individual stuff.
So we're going to have some of that same thing that we did last year as well. But I want to talk about 2 things that we've been able to add. I know we talked about going upstairs earlier, but one of the things that we've been able to do this year is on Saturday, we're going to have what we call these educational sessions. A number of new businesses or even existing businesses have had challenges in terms of how do you continue to grow your business, or some of the new things that you want to learn in terms of the changing landscape globally. And so we're going to have a number of sessions starting at 1 p.m. To 3 p.m. I'll give you some of the names. It's called Shifting Obstacles into Opportunities. And these are half-hour sessions that we've been able to add to the trade show. And this year they're open to all businesses or any persons wishing to set up their business, and so they're open to the public as well. This year we are not charging, although the kind of information that is being found in these seminars, people pay upwards of $300 or $400 for this type of information, but we're providing this information to the public as well as people who are interested in business at no cost this year. There is a limited capacity, so you want to make a reservation, call the chamber and reserve your space and indicate that you're going to be there. But we're proud to be able to add this element to the trade show as well.
So a lot of educational information.
A lot of educational information. We're coming at it as hard as we can. Another one of the sessions are called "Do You Know Your Brand?" How do you brand? How do you recognize that? What is the perception of your brand from the public? How do you know? How do you gauge it? And so there's a number of different things. There's also a session on growing your passion for your business or maintaining your passion. How do you not become down-spirited and all that kind of stuff. So apart from the trade show itself, which is the expo itself, which is on the floors, a lot of entertainment, touching, feeling, that kind of stuff like that. We also have these sessions. We have more space. And I think it's going to be great. It's really going to be great.
Yeah, so, and it's free.
And it's all free to the public. As a matter of fact, I like to say that it's beyond free. Yeah. How do you go beyond free? It means that when you go there, you're going to be able to get things back. You get a lot of coupons. You get a lot of gift certificates. You're going to be getting some gifts. You're going to be entered in a raffle. You're receiving tons of entertainment, a lot of things to taste, a lot of things to touch. Some of the young entrepreneurs are, making some great pastries and cakes and different kind of stuff like that.
I want to look forward to any new innovative businesses.
There's a number of new innovative businesses. I'm looking for something special from, especially in the electronic section. Those guys at S&D Security, they're ones who's moving upstairs as well, and they want to put a really fanciful display on. Again, CCT have tremendous amount of technology that they're going to be putting out on the trade show floor. It's just, I think, a fabulous show. We're glad for all the businesses that are actually participating. They see value in the trade show, and I know Ariana, was surprised at the kind of impact that she had from the trade show and what she was able to gain. And that's one of the things that we wanted to make sure that businesses understand how important it is to participate and how valuable this kind of exposure is that the chamber is providing.
All right, cool. You wanted to mention something else because we have to bring on
Yes.
the other two members.
Definitely. I want to also mention the partnership that we have with the Department of Trade, who has this year agreed to showcase a number of businesses under the trade banner at the trade show. We also have a partner within the COSME group, and I think one of their representatives are going to be on next. They're going to be able to speak as well. And we also have the e-campers. They have with their kids, some of their kidpreneurs. They're very young, business-minded. Came out of the e-camps program, and they're going to be featuring some of their stuff at the trade show. So there's so much collaboration. There's so much people that are seeing the value of the BIBVI trade show. It's growing every year. The word is all over the place, and that's one of the things I definitely want to thank is that collaborative effort between all the partners who have come on board this year with us.
Okay. So it's Saturday
It's this weekend, this Saturday, the April 16th, and April 17th, which is a Sunday. On Saturday, it starts from 10 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. From 10 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. That's on Saturday. On Sunday, which is another spectacular day, it starts from 10:30 until 6:30. And so there's no reason to not come. Again, there's going to be food available. You're going to be able to spend time, as much time as you want. There'll be tons of things to see and touch. Don't let anyone tell you about it. Don't let all the giveaways go to somebody else and you're not there. So
it's better than free. You take out stuff.
It's better than free.
You pay nothing and you get something.
You're receiving stuff. And of course, one of the things I really want to say is that for the businesses, and especially some of the new businesses that are debuting at the trade show, I would really like the public to come out and support them. It's one thing to support our young people when they're graduating or while in school, but it's another thing to when they take their next step in business for us to continue to support them. The concept of local businesses, we're the ones who are on the ground, they're on the ground making all the adjustments. They're the ones who's making life better. They are increasing our standard of living. And so they've looked at a number of challenges and that they're solving for us and opportunities that they're providing. And so I think we have to really pay a special attention to supporting those businesses. If we want our standard of living to improve, we've got to look at the ingenuity that our young people in current businesses are bringing to the table and support them so that the BVI, becomes stronger. We continue to make our, spend our money within the territory and, everyone benefits. So
that's a good note to end on.
Well, we're not ending. Again, we're going to bring the Cosby Group, and we're going to bring Pats and Power on, who's also been one of our
long-time supporters and participants here. We're going to take a break forward from our sponsors. We're going to come right back with Tony from Pats and Power and Mr. Gill from the Cosby Group. Keep it locked here. Spotlight. I'll be right back.
Spotlight is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands and CCT Global Communications.
Welcome back to Spotlight, and of course we're having a good show tonight. We talked to the governor at first and the Permanent Secretary and Deputy Governor's Office about the Queen's celebration, and now we are continuing discussion about the Buy BVI trade show. And we can't stress enough how important it is for us to buy local, buy BVI, keep the money circulating at least 7 times in the territory, so we could really benefit from the money that we earn from our products, financial services, and tourism to make our quality of life better. And you heard Troy Christopher talk about all the exciting things that's coming up this weekend, the 16th and 17th, in the multipurpose sports complex. regarding the BBVI trade show. I'm here with Richard Gill, Executive Project Assistant of COSME, and he'll explain to us what that is.
Thank you.
And my good friend Tony Tuckett, he's a parts sales manager of Parts and Power. Tony, Richard, good to see you both.
Thank you.
Thanks. Good night.
Nice to be here. Good to be here.
Yes. First, tell us what is COSME? What is that?
So COSME is a European Union funded program, and COSME stands for Caribbean Overseas Small and Medium Enterprises. And the program is ready to develop small and medium enterprises in the overseas territories of the European Union. It's a way of assisting the territories to become more self-sufficient and diversify the economies away from their existing pillars. Well, not away, but ready to find ways to diversify the economies to make it more sustainable.
And what kind of assistance does the program provide?
So the program provides assistance in 3 major areas. One, we work with the governments to make sure that they have proper legislation in place to help assist small businesses. And we also work with the business service organizations like the chambers of commerce and the associations to make sure that they provide the right types of services to the business organizations to help them, and to specifically to small businesses, to make sure that they get any type of services that they need. And we also work directly with the businesses themselves to provide training and enabling them to become more efficient and to be more sustainable businesses.
What is a small business?
So a small business, based on the definition, and the definition varies from overseas territory to overseas territory, but in general, anything with 1 employee to a maximum of 50 employees is considered small.
50?
50, small to medium.
Okay.
And micro is included in that category as well.
Okay. How do you access the services?
So the project office is hosted here in the BVI under the Ministry of Finance, and our office is at the Komar building in Rotown, Komar building number 2. And you can access the services of the project either through the Ministry of Finance or through the project office. And we reach out to businesses through the various ministries. We have done work with the Ministry of Trade, Department of Trade, and the Department of Youth and
Youth Affairs and Sports.
Correct. And we continue to work with other areas. So actually, and that's how we ended up being in the BBVI Trade Fair. We are sponsoring 6 entrepreneurs that we have interacted with during our trainings. We have done some entrepreneurship training with the Department of Youth Affairs and Sport, and we selected 6 entrepreneurs from that interaction to sponsor booths at the BBVI Trade Fair.
Are you having a booth yourself?
We will have a presence there. We'll have a table where we'll have information leaflets on the COSME program. So we encourage people to come out and find out more about COSME. COSME is here in the BVI, it's hosted here in the BVI. So we think that BVI can benefit from the program.
How long is it going to be here? Is it a permanent program?
No,
or
the project has a lifespan. We're going to be here until 2018, which is the end of the project. But we have a lot of activities planned between now and the end of the project to help to stimulate small business development.
Okay, well, I want to invite you to take advantage of Spotlight and Umoja, my radio program, because we haven't really heard much about COSME from a public information standpoint. So perhaps it would help that information gets out so that we know. Small and medium-sized businesses know that there's help available in various areas of business.
Yeah. So we specifically provide a lot of training and business development initiatives. Currently, as I said, we're working with the BVI Chamber of Commerce and Hotel Association on the BVI Trade Fair. In the near future, we will also be doing some additional training with the Department of Youth Affairs and Sport to delve a little more deeply into bookkeeping as one of the areas that was identified after the last entrepreneurship training as an area that small businesses in particular need to develop. And we're also looking at the possibility of doing a seminar on crowdfunding, which is going to be one of the things that to help entrepreneurs access finance, because it's always a very difficult thing for small businesses to access finance through the traditional means of finance. So doing a seminar on alternative means of finance is one of the ways we...
Okay. How can you be contacted?
We can be contacted either through our project office, and I don't remember your number of hand, it's caught me off guard here, but you can go to our project website, thecosmeprogram.org, www.cosmeprogram.org, and information will be on that program and how to contact us.
Okay. That's COSME.org.
So COSME program, PURGMAMME, spelled the English way,
Okay.
.org.
All right, great. Tony, my brother, good to see you.
Good night, good night.
Yeah. Pius and Power has been in business for how long in BVI now?
I think we're about 41 years now.
41, long time. Providing energy and
Power solution.
power solutions.
Yeah.
And you've been with the trade by BVI trade show
From the beginning.
From the beginning, and you've been there every year.
Yep.
So probably the longest standing participant. It must be great for Pius and Power to be a member so long, so consistently.
It is, and I think the most important thing for it is for us to go on the ground and meet people, introduce new products to the British Virgin Islands. And the funny thing about the show is you always get feedback that you wouldn't normally get in high volumes, and it helps you to better yourself, go into new directions, new avenues, and it just helps us to elevate the company.
Okay. What new product you have to showcase this year?
Well, one of the products that we're focusing on is a timer that specifically deals with controlling lights, power management, controlling your water sprinklers, anything to do with programming. So if you're going on vacation, for instance, and you want certain lights in the house to turn on and stay on for a period of time and shut off so people wouldn't know if you're on vacation, we have the tools now to do that.
Okay. And what about alternative energy sources? Anything?
Not yet. Not yet. We're exploring it. As you know, there's several companies around the BVI now doing it. We work closely with a few of them, so we don't really want to mash the can, but it's something that we're getting into. Eventually, we have to go there.
Okay. Now, how the BVI trade show? You get feedback on the ground. Have you increased your market share as a result of? Have you been able to increase your market share as a result of being a participant?
Yep. When we started out, I guess I can say it. When we started out, APC was the biggest brand that everybody knew for UPS and backup power, and it was a tough sell. And over the years, we worked the show. We got into the trust companies. We got into different businesses. We also introduced power solution along with the UPS. And now we're neck and neck with any other line of UPS in the British Virgin Islands.
UPS is what?
It's uninterrupted power supplies.
Uninterrupted power supplies.
Yeah, so you get seamless power. If you have a
so
like
if electricity goes off, you automatically
your
power supply
power.
automatically cuts in.
But more important, the most important thing about the UPS that we sell though is they have 3 levels of protection. You have the level 3, which it starts at, is basically like a surge protector and a UPS, a battery. Level 5 give you brownout protection along with the surge protection. And then level 9 now give you protection against any other power problem that you might face.
Okay. And so what's your booth number where can we find you when we come to the trade show?
I think this year we normally do 2 booths, but this year we have expanded. We've gone with 3 spaces this year.
So side by side?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 spaces. It gives us the opportunity. And I really wanted to go the extra mile with the show, but I ran out of time. But we keep taking it up to our next level. We don't normally just go with a simple background. We go with professional backgrounds and stuff. And we work with S&D security. I'm in contact with Sinclair a lot. Because our idea is that we want to bring the show that we see up north to the British Virgin Islands.
You want to bring the international show to the British Virgin Islands?
Yes, that's our projection for the show. We're in the game long enough. We have the tools, we have the technology. It's just to assemble it in the building now.
So we can expect a spectacular presentation from Pass and Power.
Well, I could say it's gonna be nice, but what we wanted to do this year, we couldn't do, but it's gonna be nice still.
Okay, and I know you got from a layman's term, construction equipment as well.
Yes, we do
Your
also
loading
heavy
equipment.
equipment. We're JCB distributors. We haven't really in the past. We never used to take the JCB brand to the level what it is on now, and we started exploring it about 5 years ago, and we were, I think we one of the first to bring a loader to the BVI show. We'll bring it back this year again. We were given rides last year, but it was risky to send people all the way up there. But I think this year we'll mellow it down a little bit and just give more information on the equipments.
All right, great. So you had tremendous success with the BVI.
It's been. I really thank the chamber. I thank the BVI Association and Trade Department for the show, because I mean, even if you have an idea for a small business, just go and get a trade license. Find the help. I think they'll help people who can't help themselves. Just find a way to get in the show. And I guarantee within a year or two, you'll be back with good profits.
Okay, great. I think that's a good profits.
Yeah,
it's a good word to end. a good word to end on. Well, Mr. Gil, it's certainly good to have you on Spotlight, and as I said,
Thank you for
the invitation
that,
is open to come back anytime to disseminate any other information that may help.
Definitely
will be helpful to the public, and of course, it's always good to see you, Tony, and continued success with Pass and Power. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at the trade show. Next week, the spotlight will shine on the success of the Young Men's Group, MALE, M-A-L-E. And we're going to talk about, how this group is grooming our young men, teaching them proper hygiene, manners, etiquette, and so on. Because, in my view, I look at it more as a finishing school. A lot of our young men need to be refined into behavior, and hopefully MALE is making that impact on our young men. So I'm looking forward to having them next week. Also, the Elmore Stout High School Drama Society has a new play, Soretta. We're going to have the director here to talk about the play. It's going to be happening at the Eileen L. Parsons Auditorium, so we don't want to miss that discussion. So we want to see you right here at Spotlight next week on Tuesday. Of course, Spotlight is seen Tuesdays every week on JTV, right here on JTV, channel 55 at 8 p.m. and rebroadcast Sunday afternoons at 2:30 p.m. You could like our Facebook page. We have we're going to be all the programs that we have now are uploaded to our Facebook page using our YouTube channel, and hopefully you could go on there and see all the spotlights that you've missed. You could also go on jtvlive.net and view your spotlights on demand. So there's no reason not to know what's going on in the Virgin Islands, because of course we bring you a wide variety of programming on issues, persons, and organizations that are impacting our lives here in the Virgin Islands. You can suggest topics on our Spotlight, like our Facebook page. You could suggest topics, guests, facebook.com/SpotlightBVI. We want to see more likes. I know a lot of you look at the page. A lot of you make comments to me, but the likes, sort of like let people know that you are in fact engaged in Spotlight Facebook, so we want you to like our page. I'm Edjuenka, reminding you that when the spotlight is on, you see the facts. Peace and blessings.
Spotlight is brought to you by Tortola Concrete Limited, the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, and CCT Global Communications.